Hello there and welcome back to Adiecraft. Welcome back to Adie's Adventure, and we're up to episode 10 in the series. So today we have some fun things planned. I am first of all going to, inspired by Fantastic Fantasy, oh dear. Anyway, our fantasy trading hall that we've got here, I'm going to be using this as a basis for a watchtower that we're going to put up here. So it's important that we can obviously survey the surrounding areas and yeah, look out to see what's actually going on all the way around us. So I'm going to be building that on this hill, which is basically where we started, where we had our first ever base going back to the episode 1. But then what I'm going to do is use that as inspiration to actually start doing a little bit of exploring. So we've looked around in various different directions, but we've not gone very far in the grand scheme of things. So I am going to be looking to go maybe as far as like 5,000 blocks in each of the cardinal directions, north, south, east and west. Now I'm not sure exactly how far we'll get today, but yeah, that's my plan, to go out looking for some of the things that we're still missing. Like we need to find ourselves a desert, we need to find ourselves a mesa for some terracotta, we need to find ourselves some cactus, and we need to find ourselves a jungle because I want some bamboo so that I can start doing some scaffolding. So now, first and foremost, before all of that, I need to get some more food. So unfortunately, some of our cows are gonna have to say goodbye. Let's go over and just get the food. I'm also going to do a little bit of potion brewing, because after last time we have now got all of the main ingredients that we need. So let's just get some of this stuff first of all. Breed these guys up a bit. There are a fair few of them, so hopefully now I've got my looting sword, which we also managed to get last time with the villager breeder. We can actually start getting some decent amounts of meat from this, which is always going to be good. So unfortunately, not this one. Bye bye cows. Hopefully this will give us at least a little bit of food. Let's see, 21. I think that's going to be enough. Maybe one more. Sorry cow. 25. There we go. That's got to be enough. 30. 35. Yeah, that's plenty. So I'm going to go and feed this. I'm going to go and cook this now. These guys don't. No. Oh, there's one more, but I think he's already bred. So yeah. Stick this back. Go and cook this now, and then I'm going to start the planning for this build, and it's going to be quite a nice tall build. It'll give us a nice view over here and a nice view towards the oceans there, so I'll show you what it's going to be like. Now I've been doing a little bit of brewing in this brewing area and stuck an ender chest here. So we've got some of the essential things. I've got a whole bunch of potions of slow falling. What I will probably do is I accidentally turned these ones into splash potions. Those are great for the dragon fight because you can just chuck them on the floor and it's not a problem. But if you're actually falling, then you can't do anything with them because you've got nothing to throw them against. So I may need to get some emergency slow falling potions as well. I've got some fire resistance. This is going to be essential in the Nether, of course. And yeah, got all of the basic ingredients that we've got here. So we've got slow falling. What we might do is we've got do we need some regeneration? We've got some speed in there. Just trying to think what some of these are. I think we've got some strength. I think let's do some potions of strength. We'll do some potions of slow falling as well. Those ghast tears I'm going to save for potentially respawning the ender dragon rather than doing the potions of regeneration. And yeah, let's get some of these bottles in and finish off this brewing, because once I've got potions I just feel a bit more comfortable going on an adventure, because who knows where we might end up. So I'll get these brewed and then we can start thinking about the build itself and collecting some of the resources that we'll need for that. Even though it's going to be smaller than the existing build, we probably won't need so much, but I still need to do a bit of collecting, so I'll do that after I finish this brewing. I've got some resources over there in the chest. I've kind of set up a working area for what I'm planning to do here. And the first thing I'm going to do is, I want this to be on this hill, but I'm going to take just a layer off this hill, really, maybe two, to give myself a bit more space to work with, just because I don't want it as a tall build to kind of dwarf what is already around here. I want it to be tall enough so that we can see to the sea just behind me, and then over that way to the sea as well, but I don't want it to be so high up that it kind of looks a bit silly. So yeah, that's the plan anyway. So first things first, I will show you what we've got in terms of the resources, and it is going to be a very, very similar colour scheme for this build, at least, to what we have over here in our villager trading hall, which now actually has a tutorial on the channel. So if you haven't checked that out, then do check that out after this, a full tutorial block by block for this. And yeah, if you like this build enough as well, let me know in the comments, and I will of course try and put a tutorial together for that as well. So we've got the same things. The roof is going to be the warped stem again. We've got lots of spruce, we've got some cobblestone, some mossy cobblestone, some andesite. I may need some more cobblestone, actually. I'll go and grab that in a second. But yeah, first things first, I'm just going to dig this away and give myself a platform to work with. Having collected a bit more cobblestone and yeah, flattened out and basically rounded off again as well the top of this hill, then I've decided that this is going to be the place. So this is going to be the interior of the build, and it will come out a few blocks past this. So I think it comes out further 3 blocks. It'll come out to about here. I didn't want it to be too far from the edge over here, but I wanted to make sure that there was at least some space for it. I can always extend this if it looks a bit silly, but yeah, this is where it's going to be. So now to get on with the building. So here we have the first level done. So this is only going to be one of, I think, 4 levels that I'm going to be doing. Each of the levels is slightly different, but they've all got a similar theme, and obviously I've still got all of the detailing to do on this. So what I think I'm going to do is kick this into a time lapse and yeah, show you the rest of the build, and then give you a quick look close up. The watchtower is now complete, and again I'm really happy with how this is finished and turned out. So it's got obviously some of the same design features with these kind of round portholes and the similar roof, and exactly the same embellishment above the as we've got above the door on this one. So yeah, you can see that it ties into the theme. Now it does look quite tall and out of place, however I am planning on adding some other things, such as some custom trees that will probably be quite tall. So yeah, at the moment it stands out quite a lot just because there's not much around it. But as we do terraform and build up this area, then it'll be a little bit more in keeping with it. But I'm really pleased with the design and how that's turned out. I will show you as well the main reason that we have this. So as we come in, even just from this hill, you can get a lovely view of the surrounding area. But if we come in and head up this ladder, then at each of the stages you can actually pause and look out. However, I'll just take you right to the top for the fantastic views that we have across the ocean this way. We can see out to the iron farm across here, which is still working away fantastically. It's been pumping out iron all the time that I've been building this, so there's probably quite a lot in the chests now, which is brilliant. We can see across this way, and we can see across this way to the river biome as well, which again is really, really nice. We're going to have some more builds over in this area, which is going to be good. And then we can see across to the trading hall, and more importantly across to the sea over there. So yeah, overall I like the location of this. I like how it's turned out. They are going to be some custom spruce trees and things like that, so it is going to at least mean this is always going to stick up above the rest of the buildings, but it won't stick out quite so much. So let's just close that. But yeah, all is good. Don't need that anymore because we've got some lanterns in here. And yeah, we've got some torch spam at the moment. I'm hoping to do some hidden lighting as well. So yeah, this is the continuation of the fantasy zone area, and yeah, happy with how that's gone. Now to head off, and that did take a little bit longer than I was expecting, but now to, well, we'll probably get some things together and then head off, probably in, let's go north. Why not start with north? North, south, east and west. So we'll head north and see, maybe with some potions of speed, how many thousand blocks that we can get. And yeah, just to see if there's anything out that way, really, just to keep going. Right, I've done a bit of brewing, and we've just got basically a whole bunch of potions of swiftness. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this one and then head out across the hills and see where we can get. So let's pop this empty one in here. Let's replace that with another potion of swiftness, just ready to go. And yeah, let's head out and see what we can find. So my aim is to go at least 3,000 blocks. We might keep going from that. So we are heading due north, which is this way. We're going to try and head in a straight line, and just, yeah, if there's anything interesting as I go, then obviously I'll bring you guys back in and show you. But yeah, it's trying to find the rest of the things that we haven't got yet and get some screenshots of where they are so we can go back to them if necessary. So the first thing that we found due north is a village. Obviously we found a couple of villages here, so I will just raid this and yeah, let you know if there's anything good. But then I'm just going to keep going in that direction. We've come out of what is the spruce forest. It's a very, very big spruce forest, so we're never going to run low on wood, and plenty of things we can do with spruce. But yeah, I'll check the village out and then keep going this way. So we've come out about 1,600 blocks, and we found a lovely big area of gravelly mountains. So this is really, really going to be useful if we do any, well, for when I start doing some concrete manufacturing, because you can always do with plenty of gravel. So yeah, I'll take a screenshot here just so I know where it is, and then yeah, it's ready to carry on. Right, so I just found another village, and I'm now 3,000 blocks out, but in the distance you will be able to see, if I zoom in, something that we haven't seen yet. We've got a jungle coming up, which is, oh, fantastic. So that is going to give us cocoa beans and jungle wood, which are two things that we don't have. So cocoa beans will allow us to do the brown dye and grow those, so that's fantastic. And yeah, jungle wood as well. I actually quite like jungle wood. I know a lot of people don't, but it can be quite useful sometimes. So yeah, I'm going to head over to there. Maybe see some pandas. Maybe see some parrots. Who knows? But yeah, quite a big jungle by the looks of it, just ahead of us, about 3,500 blocks out. So here we are at the jungle, and it's actually, yeah, just shy of 3,500 blocks out, which is fantastic. And as you can see here, we have some cocoa beans. So new recipes there, and we also have some jungle wood, which is also a new recipe. So I'll get rid of this tree, get myself some saplings, because that's the key thing. And then really the thing that I want the jungle for is, which I haven't spotted any of yet, some bamboo. Because as soon as we've got some bamboo, then we've got a fuel source and we've got some scaffolding. So it's all going to be fantastic. So yeah, I'll just wait for this to decay and see if we can get some... There we go, there's one. Some saplings, get a decent number of saplings, and then head a bit deeper into the jungle to see if I can find some of that bamboo. So it turns out that this jungle isn't actually very big at all, and it just turns back into this oak forest. And look, I looked around for ages and ages and ages, and this is literally the only bamboo in the entire forest. As you can see, just over that ridge is where the jungle starts, and there we've got a birch forest. So potentially there's it looks like there is more jungle over there, so I'll go and explore in a second. But yeah, did find some bamboo in the end. So let's get this, and this is going to make things a lot easier going forward. 7 bamboo, that is fantastic. Right, I will go and have a look this way, and yeah, I'll see if I can get to 5,000 blocks, and then once I get to 5,000 blocks I will end it there. So yeah, I'll just head over this way and see what comes up. Well, I carried on in the same direction, and basically just at 5,000 blocks out almost exactly, there's this little village. So this, I think, is where I'm going to call my home until the start of the next episode. So thank you all for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the episode. I hope you liked the new tower that I built. If you did, please let me know. It is most appreciated. I really do like reading the comments, and if you're interested in a tutorial on that tower as well, let me know and I'll see what I can do. But that being said, thank you very, very much for watching, and I will see you next time on Adie Craft. Bye!